to, but I need to. I'll put you over here. Hey, good morning. I was going to use this big old camera. This is really getting on my nerves. I need to get like 2 or 3 spots in here and hang up a camera, like a camera stand, so that I can have you guys. Because this camera stand in here is not working, you know? Like, this thing is so big and this is such a tiny space. This thing is so lunky and it's broken every way imaginable. Look at this thing. First of all, that is a hairband. Second of all, the legs are not even attached to the frame anymore. This is why I be struggling when I've got you guys up on this thing and you see me like lugging you around. It's because unfortunately, they do not make products worth the darn anymore, okay? I just feel like for $30, it should have lasted me like, I don't know, 6 weeks. It did not. These things don't even last a few days if you're using it on the daily. So anyways, I got you over there. You can see now. I'm going to shove this somewhere. Here, come on. It's not like we got to go far. I need to get a rug for in here. This looks so bad. It looks like Casper was stabbed. Y'all, I got coffee. I'm so excited this morning. Oh, God. I slept in my bed last night. I really did. It's the first time I've had, like, a really good night's rest in a while. I'll put these up here. I got cleaning supplies underneath this desk now. I've got Lysol, Fabuloso, paper towels. If I have like a spill in here, or I don't bring food in here. I haven't been bringing food in here. Last night I brought those chicken tendies and french fries, but that ain't bad. That's not like stinky ass spaghetti or, you know, some kind of pasta. That was just chicken tenders and fries. I've got to be careful because this is in the woods and you will get bugs. You'll get roaches real quick. I've already sprayed in here 3 times before I painted. I need to paint the ceiling, but I don't know. I just got done painting these walls and you see how nice they are. So can I have a break for a week and then I'll contemplate if I want to paint that ceiling? Can I have a break? I know how men feel. She's like, can you go fix this? Can you go fix that? Like, damn, Susan, can I have a week in between projects before you damn ship me off to do something else? Hey, guess what? I'm a 2-in-1. I'm a handyman and a woman. Best of both worlds. That damn paint job does look good if I do say so myself. Good morning, y'all. Floated by. Good morning. Hey, what are you going to do about this winter? I know you were saying the other day you were kind of getting tired of RV life. Do you have a plan, girly? Because it's cold. I know you got fans, so yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just worry about anybody that's going to be in these elements, whether it's in an RV, like when you're in a car, even me. Thank God I have a heater, so I can plug the heater up if I need be. But even people that live in cars, moving back to North Carolina, you told me that. I'm so sorry. I remember now. My memory. I'm, you know. Oh, thank you. Good morning. Yeah, I won't be outside. So there's 2 types of homeless people. There are the unhoused homeless, which is what most people see when they're downtown, or you randomly see people like hitchhiking through, you know, towns and stuff on the side of highways. And then there's the housed. They call them sheltered. So by law, I am still homeless. They consider this sheltered. So I'm grateful for that. But I just want to be clear, because part of the reason that we have all of these problems with misinformation is that people don't have a clear understanding of how things work. So there's 2 kinds of homeless people. There's the unsheltered and the sheltered. This right here by law would be sheltered. However, because it does not have a bathroom, a kitchen, I do not have a mailing address. This is not my physical residence or physical mailing address. That still marks me as homeless by law. So that's going to make it hard for me to do anything. Enroll in school. I have nowhere to get mail. So it is a roof over my head. But I just want to be clear about these things because people, I don't think maybe it's not been explained. It is, homelessness, anything, everything in life is very complex. Maybe it just hasn't been explained. But, yeah, I'm grateful that I have somewhere where I won't freeze, but y'all, my true followers already know how I feel about the situation. I did sleep good last night for the first time in a while. Here, I want to look at you. Let me look at you. Did I fix this? I'm sorry, I probably didn't. I didn't. Sorry. Yeah, Flutterby. It's probably best to come back and abandon anything that's making you not only unhappy but putting you in danger. It's extremely hard to afford van life, RV life nowadays. Everything has gotten so expensive. People do not understand. I was spending on average over $3,000 a month living out of a car. That was gas. I had a V8 Chevrolet. So my gas was about $350 to $500 a week. And that was just to stay out of everybody's way. That wasn't even me like burning the road up. Half the time I would go to the state parks and post up for over half the day and still go through $30 worth of gas. It was crazy, and then you have to drive to go find a bathroom. You have to drive to the gym to shower. Then you have to drive to go get food 3 times a day unless you have a cooler, and that's a whole, listen, I'm glad I filmed all of that. I'm glad I filmed all of that because I think it helps people understand that it's not as easy as it looks. And it's expensive. Very expensive. Absolutely not, Deshaun Hunter. We ain't gonna get into that this morning, but absolutely not. That's the problem with society, though. They see a roof and they're like, oh, well, she's safe. Honey, stick around. Let's see if Brooke stays sober, if Brooke gets back on drugs. I can tell you what's happened in the past. Doesn't really matter because I'm not going to relive that. But, yeah. Anyways. Ooh. Yep. It's crazy. Like, I don't know what's worse, psychological torture or starvation. I think both of them are pretty damaging. Oh, these are my paint socks. Damn, y'all, got paint on these when I painted the building. Let's see how they feel on my foot. That was my favorite pair, damn. They got paint on them. I threw paint everywhere by accident. I mean, it kind of was an accident. It kind of wasn't. It was kind of just a mishap because I was angry. Oh. So I'm going to show y'all where I got all this stuff, or where I put all this stuff. If you saw my short last night, then you know I got cleaning supplies down there. I got a heater, water, extra shoes, cleaning supplies. I'm probably going to... You know what sucks is I need to figure out like what I'm going to do with this. If I'm going to pull something out of storage, a piece of furniture to put there, if I'm going to set the coffee table up and find the legs for it, or if I'm going to pull that apart. I really just threw this on top just to get it out of the way. I brought some more of my clothes in here. I had this bin that's like a rolly thing. It rolls around and you can actually take these off. But I guess it's like an art trolley or something. I don't know. And I just put clothes in it. And then I brought the rest of these clothes out too. Clothes everywhere. It looks good in here, but I want to hang that picture right there. And I've got to cover that today. And I've also got to go to Lowe's. I've got to go somewhere to get a rug. My dumb ass bought that tiny rug thinking it. I saw that it said 3x5, but my brain was not firing like it was supposed to. As soon as I started rolling it out, y'all, I was like, oh God, this ain't gonna cover nothing. It's like, what have I done? It wasn't but $12 at the Goodwill. I mean, at the Dollar General. It'll be fine. I'll use it as a rug to come in and wipe my feet off. And it actually is perfect for that. It's been catching all these. Look, that's going to be another problem. Look at all the debris from me walking to the bathroom and coming back. I went and had breakfast earlier, and then I came back. Look at all that debris. And so the door is sealed. I was looking at this, and the door is sealed. However, I need a weather strip for this because down here it's not. Other than that, it's sealed because of the way that they built it. Because there's a lip. Hold on, let me. The way that they built it, that was actually smart. I'm used to the crisscross. Like my barn had the crisscross on it, so yeah, I need a weather strip. What else do I need? So y'all see this up here? You see that plywood? I'm just gonna I'm gonna measure that out and cut inserts and then caulk around it and then paint the damn thing. Who's gonna know? I mean, sure, you're gonna see, but I'm actually really glad that they just cut that out and then put that mesh in there with the vent because it makes it easier for me to fill it back up. I can just cut a piece of plywood and put it in there. Take some, I said caulk, but the caulk does well. I think the caulk will do well, and that caulk paints well too. You see how it blends well? I think it'll be perfect. Caulk it, and then, I'm going to have to glue it or get it to stay up there somehow, and then caulk around it and then paint it. Listen, it's going to look tacky whichever way you cut it. And I'm going to hang this right here. It just covers that. This is random shit that I already had in here that's been in here for I don't even know how long. So yeah, it looks good in here. I put some like I've been washing my hands with disinfectant. It's all white water. That's the trash bag. That's what I really need. I need a trash bag, and I need it to go right over there. This one's gonna work. I'm actually gonna take this basket and I'm gonna hang it right up here, and I'm gonna have 4 of them coming down in a tier. I found another one of these. You can actually do that, and then I'll have to get the lighter in it there. I actually love this because of this barn. This is the barn, the way that it's shaped, you guys. This actually looks good. These hanging baskets, perfect for clothes. And I'm gonna put this one up there. So that I have 4 of them. So yeah, that'll be cute. I think they look really cute laying over here. And they ain't gotta be perfectly spaced apart. It don't really matter. Listen. As long as there ain't ants and roaches crawling in here, I don't give a crap. Last night I pulled my mattress out into the floor because that door. So y'all, listen. I've been to prison. I grew up in foster care. I've been homeless more often than not. Listen, I can sleep through a lot. I've slept on the streets, okay? You've been here for a while. But if I even think that a bug's going to be on me in my sleep, I can't sleep, man. It makes my skin crawl. So I moved the bed This is why I want a rug too, because it just looks so tacky. Like, first of all, that mattress, it was a twin, but it's been cut down because it fit in the back of my van setup. I had a Chevrolet truck, and that mattress fit in there, right? So it's been cut down. So even if I bought a frame, it's not going to fit the frame. It's going to look crazy. So I actually left it on the floor. I'm going to leave it on the floor. I slept so good last night. Because the door doesn't have the weather strip and I have those openings, I pulled the mattress to the middle of the floor and slept on it and used this as a coffee table. That's one thing that I was thinking about. I need a side table because I have nowhere to put, when I'm on the mattress, I have nowhere to put my drinks. I'm thinking a little side table right here that I can lean up and put my drinks on. I can set like my vape and stuff up here, but when I'm sitting down there, I can't see what's up here. It doesn't really matter. First of all, these lights, by the way, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. First of all, they come with Velcro pads. You can take it off. Last night, I had to go to the bathroom. I grabbed it off the wall and saw my way to the bathroom. Saw my way back to the from the bathroom, and I'm in the woods. And I took this with me and then come back and stuck it on the wall. It takes 3 AAA, AA batteries. You can easily remove it. Easy peasy. You ain't got to have no screwdriver. You ain't got to come up with 15 tools. Listen, $1.25, Dollar Tree. They a little bright, but perfect. Perfect. $1.25. I grabbed some tissues just to make it a little more homey. And that candle smells so good, y'all. Yeah, I need like a little, I got my hair everywhere. I need like a little something. So when I'm down here, you know. Yeah, I don't want to pull no pallets in here. We're going to be working out in here a lot. That's a $200 memory foam mattress. Excuse my pillow. I still ain't found the case. That's clean though. That's a clean case on there. Walmart. Bed in a box. Best bed I have ever bought. Do you know what I've put that bed through? I don't even want to tell you. Like, I mean, I've literally folded that thing up like a taco before and slept on it in my Nissan truck. And then I got the Chevrolet, or no, it was in the Chevrolet. And I just had it laying on the floor, all lopsided. A twin mattress shoved in the back seat, right? Looked crazy. That mattress was all bent to hell. So then I pulled it out and I started cutting it down to size when I started building in on the truck with the black boxes that you've seen on the inside that I use for storage. Started cutting it down. So now half of the mattress is actually missing. Well, a chunk. It's perfect for me. Like, I fit in it perfect. I actually slept really good last night. I was so happy. I was just like, oh my God. I got my bed back. So I fit in here perfect. But I did take like 2 feet off the bottom and like 2 feet off the side. So, yeah. And I actually slept perfect. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. This morning when I got up at 4 a.m., I had to go use the bathroom, and it was a little chilly, but it wasn't anything overbearing, you know? And I got a sleeping bag, too. I actually have 2 different sleeping bags. I'm not bringing those in. Actually, I could shove them under that chair over there. I could put them in a black bag or those trash bags and shove them underneath that chair to hide them. That's actually a great idea, so I always have them in here. Yeah, it works out good, but I need some kind of little night-side table, homie. I need something to like, I definitely need some sheets and like, it doesn't really matter. Listen, I got all kinds of stuff in storage. I really don't want to have to move a bunch of stuff over here. We'll see how things go. I'll give it a week or 2 and see how things go. Yeah, me too, Leroy. Me too. Good morning, y'all. I do like it in here. I slept really good. And you know what? I bet you there's... I was thinking I might as well just take this coffee top off, the coffee table top off, and just use the desk. It actually matches all the wood. So that desk on the bottom, it's actually... Oh my God, that chair's still wet. Oh, I washed that chair yesterday and I sat on it. It's still dampened. This is a sewing machine. And I got this as a art project for to refurbish and sell. And that was my old coffee table. When I was cleaning out the building at the beginning of the week before I painted, I just set it up there to hold a bunch of stuff. But this wood actually matches that wood and that wood. So I might as well just take this off and leave the little table in here. And it'll also open that area up right there. It'll actually add about 2 feet of space from this end to this end. It'll add, and I'm gonna push this desk over a little more to the wall. It actually give me a few more feet of space there. What I'll probably do is when we're doing our workout videos, I'll just take this mattress. I think it was, I don't know who said that. Somebody said yesterday to just lean this up on the wall when I'm working out. It looks good in here. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't think I have a stool. That's the problem. I don't know. We got to do I'm going to go to Lowe's, and then we're going to try to do that today. Let's see how I can fix that. My plan is to cut out inserts. I got a table saw out there. I also have a circular saw. But yeah, cut out inserts. How am I going to get it to stick to that mesh? Oh, it's just a mesh. Great, homie. All right. Sorry, I'm thinking while I'm up here. I'm assessing. Yeah. All right. I think that's gonna be the best I can do. Is cut out inserts and then glue them in there somehow. Stick them up there. Well, that vent's on the outside face down, so even if it gets some kind of glue in there or something, you're not going to be able to see it from the outside. I don't know. Epoxy? Anybody got an idea? I don't know. It looks good in here. I slept good. I woke up, made me 2 eggs and some spinach. Ugh. A rug will definitely help, Miss GT. Can you believe that? The whole floor looks so bad. I was filming shorts in here this morning and I was like, what the hell? What the hecky? What the helly? Yeah, it is getting chillier here. It is. It really is. Let me see where I can put you. It is getting chilly here. Hey, is that gonna work? I just put on a nicotine patch. Y'all, my face is breaking out too. Not good. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was like 60s, I think. I was still sleepy and hungry. I was debating what I wanted to eat. I already had 2 eggs and spinach and protein coffee. Do I want something sweet? It's 64 degrees. Damn, it got down to 53 last night. I couldn't tell. I was dead. That's crazy. 84% humidity. That's another thing. Everything is going to start feeling damp. I'm going to have to get a dehumidifier. I don't even know how that works or like how they work. And like, you have to plug that up, and that's stressing me out. But like all of this stuff is going to be moldy within weeks if I don't get a dehumidifier. The humidity is so bad here. This is North Carolina. It gets up to 99, 100% humidity at times. Right now, what did it say? I just told you, 84%. That's not good. And if it stays like that all day, everything that is fabric is holding moisture. Your rugs, your bed, your pillow, your sofa, your clothes, and it holds moisture, and it's going to stink, and mold will fester. Your clothes will start to mildew and mold and rot into holes. It's non-negotiable. I have to get a dehumidifier. I just don't know where, and maybe I can find one on Craigslist or like Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. I don't even get on Facebook like that. Y'all know how I feel about the Book of Face. I just know that there's so much moisture in the air. That's why my chair hasn't dried. My chair's not dry. That should be dry. I use that. Y'all saw the bowl? That was like at best 2-3 bottles of water. That's not that much water for that fabric. If I would have had a shop vac to vacuum the water out, I would have used more. I would have saturated that piece more. But I was really just trying to do the surface and take out some of the stains and kind of desanitize it. I didn't use that much water, and it's still wet. It has not dried. So that's not good. The longer it stays wet, the more mildew and mold will fester. And I just got rid of mold and mildew in here. So I definitely need a dehumidifier. Because all my clothes will rot. Literally. And I know that because I've already had that problem in this building prior. So when I went to prison, I bagged up all of my stuff and put it in here. When I got out of prison, and it wasn't all of my clothes. It was so weird. It was only a few of my clothes, like bags of my clothes. When I hold my shirt up, it had all of these holes in it. It's like, and the more you stretch the fabric out, the more it would fall apart. It's like it rotted. It's like my clothes rotted or something from the moisture. It's crazy. Never seen that before, but it absolutely happened. And they were only out here for a few years. But it's because of the location of this building. It is very dry. It's very wet and nasty. Like, it's like lots of pines, oaks. It's very wet, and there's lots of moss and stuff right through here. So it's just, I need to stay on top of that because everything will stink and rot, and I'll have to throw everything away. And I don't have any more shit. This is it. Like, I've been through so much, like I've been through this so much. I've lost everything, like literally everything, like down to the clothes on my back. Like I can't lose any more shit because God knows I don't have money to buy any more shit. And I had nice shit to begin with, so it's just crazy. It's so unfortunate. But, I mean, hell, even last year or year before last, when I moved into my car, you guys saw how many clothes I gave away, how much I donated to Goodwill, how much I sold. That was nothing. That was like a fraction of what I had prior to 2021 when the economy went bad and I had to start making moves everywhere to accommodate rent prices. It's crazy. And here we are, back where we started. So, yeah, I need to get a rug today. I need a weather strip. What else? Yeah, I don't know when I could get a dehumidifier. That's something that I have to wait and see when they got one for I don't know, when some crackhead's selling one for $20. I don't know. Oh, crap. Yeah, sometimes you'll accidentally run across something on Facebook and it's like a super good price. So weather strips. Oh God. I just weather's true. Jesus Christ, Brooke. This is why I make a list, and I forgot it before I even put it on the list. Oh, rug. I'm hungry. I wonder what I want. I'm always hungry. I've been hungry for 3 years. No exaggeration. Yeah, I slept really good, but definitely trying to get motivated for next week. You know, I got a lot going on. I gotta meet with my attorneys. I got a lot going on. And I can't believe it's almost like the middle of September. It's the first week. We're about to be in the second week. That's the middle of September. I'm going insane, y'all. I really am. I don't know how to feel about anything anymore. Is this why people do drugs and alcohol? So they can just coast through life without having to address how they're feeling about everything? I think so. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes. No, but for real, even just like alcohol, the frequency and how Americans drink alcohol, I think that it's just a vice. It's just something to do to get you through. It's like a reward. And I've definitely used it that way. It's like, all right, I've painted for 8 hours. I'm gonna have a few beers. Like, oh, sometimes you're tired as hell from that first 8 hours, and you got another hour of trimming, and it's like, okay, well, maybe if I have a Corona, I can knock this hour of trimming out. I do think a lot of people use alcohol like that, and I understand that. And is that problematic? I think it varies for each person. Absolutely. But, it's a way for people to cope, man. I get it. I have some hangers. I thought about bringing them in here too, like, and putting my jackets up because it's gonna be getting cold soon, and I gotta have thermals and Carhartts, and I got my snowsuit, and for everybody telling me to put on a shirt, I ain't gonna have no choice. Winter's coming. I'm gonna be in a whole damn snowsuit. I'm gonna look like damn. I've been out skiing. I'll be like, damn, Brooke, you been skiing on the mountain this morning? I'm gonna be like, no, I just walked to the bathroom. I just walked to fry me some eggs. I had to suit up. Lord, it's cold. Like, it gets cold here, and it snows. I had to suit up. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I need to go to Lowe's. I think I'm gonna go in a little while. I need one of those little microphones, When I go in there, I'm gonna make me a coffee. Oh, this is where my toothbrush and stuff is. So I don't want my household, like, I honestly don't even want that out, but that's to wash my hands and that's to wipe my hands, and you never know when you're gonna need those in a rush. And then I got water down there in the house to use the bathroom and wash my hands, but you never know. So nicotine patches, vape pods, toothbrush, and all of that right there. So that's heartburn medicine, magnesium, Excedrin, battery banks. I was going to use this as a trash can, but I'm not going to do that, so I need to dump that. I'm going to use that as a clothes basket right there. I'm going to put it up there. So I'll have another basket right there, so it'll be 4 of them. Be cute. Yeah, so I didn't want all my bathroom stuff laying about, so I actually just left it in a bathroom, like my shampoo, conditioner. I don't want to be having to tote that stuff. So the stuff that I'm going to use every day, like acne medication, retinols, chapsticks, stuff that I'll readily need, like deodorant, lotion, then I put up here. But anything that's like, you know, shavers, waxers, stuff like that, absolutely not. I'm not bringing that because I don't want to have to tote it. It looks good in here. So I need a dehumidifier, a rug, that's dead, and a weather strip for the door because we can see outside. Listen. Shot of pickle juice. It came out well. I did a good job. You see, I can turn nothing into something. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking we should match this door to the ceiling, and then those rafters, those beams, do those a dark espresso. How much? Think about it. Imagine this color on the wood paneling, and then the beams espresso. Imagine how pretty that would look. I'm not staying here that long. That's why I didn't paint the roof. Like, I don't know. No, it's not my new home. It's just, I'm still homeless. Still homeless. It's just somewhere for me to stay warm. I'm actually this is the worst off I've ever been. My truck was my lifeline. So, yeah, it's okay. Consequences can always come later. It's okay. I'm hungry. I'm scared to even charge stuff in here, y'all. Seriously. I need to try, though, because I got my computer and I need to try. I also got a keeper in here for my door for the outside so I can lock up. Alright, I'm going to climb under here and see if I can charge this. I'm scared. This raggedy damn shoddy electrician work. It's a new phone cord from one of the new phones. I got 2 of them for... I hate these waterproof cases, by the way. They're by Body Glove from Walmart. Do not buy it. It sucks. I hate it. Oh, shoot. There's a plug right here. I didn't even see that. There's a plug up top. It's charging. And it's a fast cord, too. That's good. Well, I'm gonna... Let me start taking this off. Here. Let me put you somewhere. Perfect. First of all, this is going on the other side, but I got trash in it. Water bottles and paper. I didn't put no food trash because I didn't want to do that. It'll attract bugs. I'm going to put all this stuff in here. The magnesium has got to stay out now. So I've got to be able to see that. To remember to take it. Toothpaste. Damn, there ain't no nail. Alright, I'm trying to clean this desk off. I'm going to pull it apart. I just got to find where to put everything. That's electrolytes. Yeah, I need a table. I ain't gonna be able to keep it in front of this door, but key to the house. I also got that HDMI cord in there so I can hook up one of these phones to this monitor. Like, ain't that what it's called? Might be saying that wrong. You're probably like, bro, that's for a VCR. I just know that it's HD something. HDMI something cord. I might be wrong. Listen. Do you see a PlayStation, an Xbox, a fancy computer programming setup here? Okay. All right. Sue me. Come on, big muscle girl. It's my hand. I don't want to hurt my hand. Oh, it's cute. I honestly bought it and didn't even really look at it. I just saw it was real wood and I was like, I'll take that. What did I pay for it? $5. $5. $5. And it's a sewing machine. It's a sewing machine. I don't know how to show you that it's a sewing machine, but I swear to God it is. I promise. I wouldn't lie to you. I don't know how to show you this here fancy sewing machine, but Lord, show the sewing machine. I went to a sewing machine showing. Alright, I think it'll be cute. Oh shit. Well, might want to lift and scoot. This might glue the son of a bitch to the ground. That's a case of water. Definitely needs to be clean. I'm getting hot. Jesus. Yeah, I mean it's cooled off, but not completely. Even by mid-morning it starts to get spicy around here, you know? Man, I got paint on my little warrior shirt. I'm so upset. Alright, let's clean this. How the hell? Oh, it's got a leaf. Alexander, come back to bed. It looks like something that'd be in one of them skits. I just need to write something down. That'd be perfect. Oh God, I just need to write something down. Perfect. Sorry. Who wants to go to Mexico? That was one. So I had so much money. Really didn't, but I did. Listen, I was so miserable. So miserable. I keep this just to remind myself of how I had everything and I was so miserable. I did. I had everything. Y'all. I found a trash bag. Get in. No, I'm joking. You're not trash. Go find your ex. Put her in. Him in. Ah, I'm joking. You're not trash. Don't you say that. Trash. Alexander, come back to bed. What is it about those catchy, like, TikTok trends that, like, stick in your brain? I'm telling you. That y'all remember that one dance where everybody was going, I swear to God. I'm so sick of seeing that video and hearing the song behind it too. I don't know what makes trends become trends. I think people are crazy. But that one is cute with the... He's stepping out on her, ain't he? I'm sorry. I'm a little innocent. He's going to cheat on her, right? That's what that's about, right? When he's like sneaking out before dawn, he's going to cheat, right? I hope not, but I think so. I think that's what that's about. He's like, I gotta go. I got a meeting. She's like, it's still dark outside. He's like, the meeting's before dawn. The meeting's before dawn, you know? I think that's what that's about. Anyways, I'm gonna try to hang this one up. I need to clean that desk, and I'm gonna put this over here on the floor. Let's see here. So this actually has a pedal that comes with this to make the sewing machine work. I'm just gonna leave it for now because how the hell does this open? Brooke. Oh wow. That is definitely a sewing machine. This thing stinks. I smell mold. Okay, so the desk is going out. Excuse me. That's not good. I'm glad I opened this up and looked at that. That's absolutely mold. That's mold. I mean, if you need me to put it in a petri dish and send it off for testing, I will, but... Damn, where are the screws to my coffee table? My coffee table ain't molded. It's Gucci. Alright, I gotta throw this shit somewhere. Probably just out in the yard, if I'm being honest. What you want me to do with it? I ain't got no car. It ain't staying in here. Not that shit. As soon as I open that, the smell of mold hit me. And then you can see it on there. That is one of those things that you cannot get rid of. I mean, as you can see, it grows like bacteria in a petri dish. So, yeah, we don't keep anything that has that, okay? Because you can't, it's just gonna fester. You can clean it and it'll still fester. You can't get that shit out. It just spreads like damn roaches, homie. And I did this paint for mold and mildew resistant so that I wouldn't have that problem. Leaving that in here, like I said, anything fabric. Anything fabric. Oh, Lord. Here, I have to put you on this. It's crazy. It's been raining bad. It won't go away. I don't think it will either. And, you know, maybe I need a fact check, but listen, in my experience, anytime I've ever seen mold and I've kept mold in a project like this, it's spread. It's came back, the smell returned, and then everything that was fabric also had mold on it. So it's one of those things where you have to do your, it's like lice or roaches. You got to do your due diligence. You got to think about getting everything out, and literally like wiping it down, I do not believe would work. This needs to go in the trash. There's no bolts and screws. I have no way to get the legs on here. I wish that I did. It would be perfect for in here. But, oh, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Damn, homie, I stuck my hair tool in that drawer. Oh, well, the drawer's fine. It's the damn... I gotta move this shit out. Damn, that sucks. What am I gonna put over there? I don't know, but that sucks. It's gotta go. Hell no, you gotta go. Hell no, you gotta go. Ugh. Oh, that bitch is heavy. God. Damn weight of a damn 15-year-old. Lord. It's because, oh, it's because of this sun thing. Oh, shit. And that's why I don't. Shut up. Do you know how heavy this mother flipper is? God. I want to shut it. Hell yeah! Get it done. I did that. Whew, I did that. Alright, well now I got all these cleaning supplies in the corner. That sucks, but you know, it's better than mold and mildew smell. And you know, I didn't even smell it till I cracked that thing open, and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I smell mildew. I could see it. Alright, well, you know, I've got my nightstand in. I'm not doing that though. I'm not running the risk of losing my freaking nightstand. I'm out of breath. Yeah, I don't want to bring my furniture over here from storage because I don't want to run the risk of losing my personal property. Like, I've already lost everything. I'm not bringing my nightstand over here that matches my bedroom set. It's a one-of-a-kind piece. So, yeah. And you need all three pieces for it to be worth something. You need the 6 dresser drawer, the bed frame, and the nightside table. Bringing the nightside table over here, I might lose that. So I'm not doing that. How fucked up. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people will be like, oh, congratulations, but they can't conceptualize. It's not like a normal house. Like, it's not like I have peace and serenity and I'm not able to enjoy myself and actually treat it like a move-in. Like, people don't understand that. It's whatever. I hope they never have to experience it, because if they do, they won't make it. They can't even conceptualize it. And that means that if it happened to them, they would have a mental health breakdown. They wouldn't be able to handle it. They wouldn't be able to get back to a baseline, because they can't even conceptualize it. I guess I'm going to go get ready for Lowe's. I cannot believe how much mold was in that thing. Did y'all see that? Gross. Yeah, I definitely need to figure out some kind of table or something for over there. I mean, I guess I could move stuff around. I wanted a desk in here so I could have somewhere to sit and talk to you guys. That's the whole reason I had that desk up. I don't know. Oh, we'll figure something out. Right, exactly, Freebird. Exactly. Like, and that's another thing about painting the ceiling. Like, why do I want to invest my time and energy into stuff? And this, my life is just a game. It's just a game to this person. Why would I want to invest stuff in, It's crazy. It's crazy. Sorry, I haven't been on top of it this morning, y'all. Let me do that. Hey, Brooke. Good morning. It's not too cold. Dragon, that's a good idea. Pledge lemon scent on the wood and stuff. Yeah. It's crazy to me how many people don't know that YouTube is my job. It's crazy. It's like, this girl's been at this career for 2.5, 3 years almost, and you still don't know that this is her job now? But you want to call her stupid? I do know. I do know the Sandman song. I love that song. It's a great song. Only the Truth. Bidenomics. You ain't lying about that. I think it's bigger than that. I think that administration after administration has been stealing money for generations. I think both sides steal. I think that's why they desire power. That's why they want their people in the House, in the Senate, in the Congress. They want their people. Republican Party wants the Republicans in power, and the Democrats want the Democrats in power. The reason for that is money, because whoever is in control is going to be making the most money. So whoever is in office or in the White House, that side is going to be able to swindle, lie, and scam. I've learned a lot this year. Yeah. I'm conservative, but I'm not part of a party anymore, because the Republican Party is not conservative. It's unfortunate. I've learned a lot. Both sides are evil. This country is broken. All systems are down. It sucks to want to be part of a party, and I don't even know why. I think because of legacy, to look back and say, oh, I was part of that party back when this started, or when we started getting the ball rolling on fixing this country. But the truth is that most people haven't woke up yet, and most people never will. And that means this country will never get fixed. These problems will continue to fester. More money gets stolen in different ways. And every time power changes hands, the same shit happens. One party snitching on the other party for stealing. This is nothing new. This has been going on for decades. Look back in history. Look back at past presidential presidents. Both parties. There's always some stealing and scamming scandals. Once one party leaves the White House and another enters. This is nothing new. Biden was just the fall guy for the Democrats. He's so senile, he couldn't even fucking defend himself. So they're like, oh, he's crazy, and, this causes problems, and blah, 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 blah. he was just a fall guy. I mean, no doubt he's an idiot and a waste of human space, and the whole family is a disaster. And, you know, his 4 years, or his time in office, was a complete disgrace. But don't get it twisted. What the Republicans are doing right now, it'll be the same thing in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years whenever the Democrats get back in office, because they will eventually. It'll be the same thing. They'll be like, oh, the Trump administration was funneling money from this, and they were using money for this, and, you know, like, it's just the world we live in. When you give people power, they're gonna misabuse it. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm actually very optimistic, because the level of awareness of, like, I'm proud of myself for realizing this and being, because, like, I don't come from very educated people, and being able to see what the majority of society is denying. I am proud of myself for, you know, because I was on the left, then I was on the right. And it took me 7, 8 years, almost a decade, to kind of get my groundings on what I need to be pulling for based on my morals and values. Does that make sense? It took almost a decade to get here. So, I was one of those people that was marching for BLM. Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy to see how far I've come. And, you know, for about 2 years, I was really excited for the Trump administration, and now the reality, you know. So I hope that no one falls into homelessness, or, yeah, me too. That's where I'm at. Same shit, different day. Yeah, you know, being in politics is a place of privilege to these people. Being able to say that you're, you know, House of Representative, or, I mean, there's so many, it trickles down. I don't know the technical term, but what I do know is that it's this prestigious honor to be part of politics and to have your face front and center when it comes to legislation and laws and the way things are ran. Okay, so it's a position of privilege and power to start with, and people go into that looking for privilege and power. Look at the position, you know, like, it's going to be hard to find a lot of good people, is my point, because they're all going into it for nefarious reasons to start with. They all have dirty, going back to the clean hands doctrine, they all have dirty hands to start with. Only a certain type of person would even be interested in politics. But I can assure you, more often than not, and the majority of politicians go into that because they want power, okay? They want to be seen publicly as someone that's prestigious. It's about money and power. So, we're not getting the most honorable people out the gate anyways. Matter of fact, I'd be willing to bet we're getting some of the worst. But that's just my opinion. And also, in my opinion, the higher up you go, the more money you make. And that shows how corrupt you're willing to be, in my opinion. Yeah, it sucks. I don't think things are going to get better at all. And in some cities, homelessness has already started to spike over 76%. So I was wrong. I said 50. Yeah, I said 50. 76% increase in homelessness in some cities. I was wrong. I had my numbers wrong. I said 50%. When did I say that? It's on my community post. You can go see it. And some idiot jumps in the comment. He's like, why do you feel this way? Trying to have like an intelligent conversation. Well, if he was intelligent, he'd know what was going on in the world right now. I don't argue with idiots. But you're right, sir. I was wrong. I said 50%, and in some cities, it's as high as 76% increase. I was wrong. So yeah, shit's about to hit the fan like people have never seen before. And it's already started, old people are being kicked out of rest homes. Families are being, I don't want to say burdened with the responsibility of taking care of their loved ones, but hear me out. Let's say you're a single mom with 3 kids and you got a 2-bedroom apartment. How are you supposed to accommodate your own mother when you're barely standing on your own 2 feet? What are you supposed to do? Quit your job? That's what the state's going to tell her. Yeah, you got to quit your job and stay home and take care of her. Well, you got 2 kids, 3 kids. You got to feed them, get them to school. You got bills to pay, a roof to put over their head, food to put in their belly. You got to have money for all of that. Families are being impacted in ways that you cannot even fathom. That's one way right there. Families are now being expected to reorganize their life and their living arrangements to take on their elderly parents, grandparents. And listen, y'all know how I feel about that. I actually am jealous of countries that have very close community and family ties, places where they take on their loved ones and let them cohabitate with them and take care of them. So I respect that. However, we are all broke. Families can't afford to reorganize their lives and their finances when they're barely staying afloat financially right now. It is a lot to ask someone to potentially quit their job and lose their home because Medicaid doesn't want to pay out. But that's exactly what's happening. And not only are old, people being kicked out of rest homes and people being other, family members being expected to reorganize their lives and finances, but that's going to get worse. There's going to be, 7 million cuts? 7 million cuts, I do believe, by next June or July. We ain't even beginning to see the fallout of this. And it's crazy because it's so, listen, I agree with cutting government spending. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many people that milk EBT, so many people. That has nothing to do with elderly and disabled patients. There's mitigating circumstances that we should be taking into account. And that's one thing that government and Congress never do. They set things in stone. And everybody's different. Every case is different. There is no reason that some old lady or man that worked for 50, 60 years should be sleeping out on the street after they've been in a rest home for 20 years. And now they're 80-something years old and they need around-the-clock care. But because people look at people spending too much money on EBT on TikTok, now they want to cut spending. And what they didn't realize is with the big, beautiful bill, the people that it's going to impact the most are the elderly and the disabled. Y'all wanted to take food off of big heifers' plates, but this bill actually impacts old people and disabled people and children more than anyone. So Big Bertha over here is still going to be Big Bertha. Yeah, maybe not on the taxpayer dime. But in the process of trying to get this woman who's milking the system off of food stamps, what you really did was push potentially millions of people into homelessness. This is crazy. I agree with cleaning up government. What I don't agree with is creating a whole new problem. And they absolutely did. They absolutely did. And it's going to be the worst thing we've ever saw. You think Biden was bad? Bitch, I hope you brought your helmet. You better buckle in. You ain't seen shit yet. Y'all are crazy. Listen, anybody that wants to sit over here and Trump, you're crazy. You know nothing about money. You've probably never owned shit. I mean, it's crazy. So they're going to create a new problem. And then let me tell you what's going to happen when the Democrats get back in office. Then the Democrats are going to ask for more money to fix this situation. And more often than not, like we see, half of that money will get swindled away in an attempt to fix what the Trump administration's mess has created, or the mess that they created. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's what they do. So the right gets into office, they put laws on the books, they start getting business and affairs to sway their way, and they do that for 4 years. And then 4 years later, Democrat gets in the office and they start swaying society their way, changing laws back to their way. Look at what the Trump administration's doing. They're trying to overturn gay marriage. Why? Great question. Great question. Why? You know, it's not like we're all starving out here, can't pay rent, don't know where, don't know how we're going to survive. But, gay marriage is at the top of the list of things that he should be handling right now. Not lower rent, cheaper gas, bringing down inflation, not penalizing us through tariffs. So, you get what I'm saying. It's crazy. Gay marriage. What else did they do? Oh God, it was another executive order, something from the Biden administration, the Trump administration, like overturned and redone. And this is what they do. They never get any work done. No, because they're not working for us. They're working for them. They go in there and they tweak things that appeases their needs. And they forget about us. And that's what the Trump administration's doing right now. But, most of society's too dumb to realize this because their heads are so far up their asses. I'm sorry, their heads are so far up Trump's ass. They're like putting all of their eggs in one basket, praying that this big, beautiful bill is going to work out. And statistically speaking, it's not working out. It's not gonna. How y'all liking that new retirement age? Yeah, if you thought you were going to retire at 65, that's not going to happen. Yeah, but he's doing big, beautiful things, right? People need to wake the fuck up. It's concerning that I literally have no education. And I get it. What is wrong with people? Have they been so brainwashed? Is this the product of them not being able to brainwash me as a child? If so, I'm grateful. Because they're not working for us. They're working for themselves. And they go into office with the intention of making money. It's like they give us breadcrumbs just to appease us, to get us to shut up. But they never do anything for us. They're not working for us. And if you believe that, you're insane. You're certifiably insane. If you think that the government gives a shit about you, you're insane. They are trying to kill you, honey. Figuratively. Allegedly. It's crazy. The government don't give a shit about the people. They never have. Look at all the problems we have. It's always been this way. They've had complete control over this country since the start. Drug problems get worse. Crime gets worse. People's morals get worse. The country is morally bankrupt. Nothing's gotten better. And they've had complete control for hundreds of years. All these problems have festered and continuously gotten worse. And every time we have a new candidate, every presidential election, they make us all of these promises. They follow through with nothing. They steal tons of money. They get all their friends' money. They hook all their friends up, business partners, doing shady deals overseas like Joe Biden. And they never do anything for the people. The government is not on your side. The government is not for the people. They have forgotten the mission. And things are going to be like this until I don't know what would need to happen. A new political party, ethics, some sort of ethics. You would think that, we don't. There's nothing ethical about the way that this country's being ran. Nothing. It's complete opposite. It's like Satan's running this place. There's nothing ethical here. But there needs to be a party that is, that is dedicated to the mission of not forgetting the mission. That's the problem. All of these people have good intentions when they start out, And then fast forward 100 years, after so many generations and different hands have touched that party is not what it started out to be. Just like this country. I bet our founding fathers are rolling over in their damn grave. It's crazy. It's disgusting. Good morning, Carl. 1 bedroom, $2,400 a month is crazy. Now you see why I've been sleeping out in the woods. I refuse. I refuse to be part of the problem, and I've said that since 2021. I refuse to be part of the problem. You know, the way that we take our power back is to stop spending our money. For a lot of people that have children, that's impossible. They can't just go live on the damn streets like me. They have no choice. They're trapped into a system. That's crazy. The jets and the fuel. I believe it. And see, that's what I'm saying. That we need, you know, there should be laws that state that political figures are not allowed to not only do like you know, trading and stocks and bonds and shit like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, I don't know why this isn't already a law. It doesn't make sense. Taxpayer money should never go for jet fuel unless it's the president being carried to some kind of public event, or like, you know, it's just they milk the system. You want to know who milks the system? Politicians. You worried about some woman getting $200 in EBT a month. You don't care about that damn $200,000 in jet fuel, though, that he just spent for 2 weeks of damn flying around everywhere. You know how many EBT people, $200 a month, that $200,000 could, come on, man. They're lying. I mean, y'all, this whole EBT thing, we absolutely needed to cut back. And the way that we could have done that was stricter regulations. The criteria to meet should have been larger. Okay? So we could have cut back on EBT spending and Medicaid spending in a proper, feasible way by simply regulating it and making it harder to obtain these things. That way we ensure that it's actually going to the families that need it by putting in place certain things, criteria that they have to meet in order to have it. And they did have something like this. Like you had to be homeless, you know, there was certain criteria that you had to meet. But my point is making this criteria more difficult, or restructuring it to have different criteria would have fixed this problem. We didn't need to literally make people homeless, potentially millions. And let me just remind you that we only have about 750,000 homeless people. So if we only have 750,000 homeless people, and there's approximately around 7 million people that's going to be kicked out on the street into homelessness. And let's just say that 3 million people are subjected to homelessness because of the big beautiful bill, and we already have 750,000. What do you think that does to a country? To not even have 1 million people homeless, but to all of a sudden overnight have over 3 million people homeless, and actually it would be closer to 4.5. What do you think that does to a country? And now we just found out the other day that they were lying about the job numbers again. As it just so turns out, we have more people unemployed than jobs available. Now, this is actually, in my opinion, this has been going on for about 3.5 years. But nobody wanted to admit it. For me, it was a aha moment. Thank God they're starting to tell the truth. The reason that they're doing that is to condition you for the Great Depression. But people are so blind, they don't see things for what it is. Just like when they were on the news warning against all of these mass blackouts. Oh, they're getting us ready for the power grid going down. Okay. People need to wake the fuck up. It's seriously concerning. There are no jobs. People can't afford rent. People can't afford groceries. People are being laid off with no jobs available. Medicaid and EBT is being cut along with HUD and housing Section 8. Those people are being kicked out on the streets along with elderly people and disabled people who need around-the-clock care. Hospitals, doctors, nurses are being laid off because hospitals are having to file for bankruptcy. How that even fucking happens, I don't know. Mismanagement of money. thieves everywhere. People seriously need to wake up. I'm not even scared anymore. What I've been through the past 3 years has trained me for what's to come, whatever it is. I've literally been preparing for the end of the world for 3 years. And that could happen. This country could completely just implode. We're already halfway there, and it's crazy that people do not see this. It makes me so angry that people just walk around like life is just all hunky-dory. Those are the people that are responsible for this country looking like this. So those of us that are awake and front and center watching everything go down, it is our responsibility to take control and make sure that tomorrow is better, and the day after that, and the day after that. Because not too many people are out here trying to strive for a better tomorrow for the whole of society. So somebody's got to do it. So if you care, like just a little bit, let that fester. Cultivate that. Please. Because, it's really crazy. Here in this little town, they closed the largest plant here for people. They laid off hundreds of people. They sent the job. It was called Unify. They made recycled material, recycled twine out of water bottles, and they completely shut the plant down. Now, this little town only has approximately 2,000 people. If you lay off approximately 100 people, and it was more than that, I think it was a few hundred. Even if you lay off 100 people in a town that only has 2,000 people, that has an economic impact on the town. Absolutely. Especially when that was the best paying job in the town. One of the best paying jobs, So they sent the company, I think, to Japan. Yeah. So, and y'all have been around this town with me. There's nothing here. There's just business after business closing, no new businesses opening. And even the businesses that are open, they're never even open when they're supposed to be open. And most people would be like, oh, it's because they don't have workers. Well, then when you go in and ask them if they're hiring, they're like, no. And the reason that they don't have workers is because they don't have business, because nobody has money to come in and spend money in their business. So they don't need workers, and they don't need to be open like they used to be open pre-COVID, because they don't have customers coming in to spend money. It's like this circle, The customers need the business needs the customers, the business needs employees. But if the business is not getting customers, then the business can't afford employees. So that is exactly what has taken place all over this small community here. And I've watched these businesses drop like flies. It's crazy. It's really scary, y'all. What happens when there's no grocery stores? When there's, when... Yeah, it's scary shit. BlackRock. Yeah, that's another one that I want to learn about more. That is a horrible company. That the shooter, so the Trump shooter and the new shooter from Minneapolis, that they had ties to BlackRock, right? So Thomas Crooks actually starred in a BlackRock's commercial before he committed the Trump shooting. And how do you even get into a BlackRock commercial? Anyways, then Robert Westman, his father, at some point had ties to BlackRock. And apparently on one of the clips of the gun, didn't he say, "This is for you, BlackRock"? Summer Breeze, I'm so sorry. I'm so sick of this shit. Y'all, I'm trying to click on your name. What the fuck? Where's hers? Hold on. I'm sorry, Summer. I was trying to block that. That was a troll account, y'all. So you click on the names on here, and sometimes the name is, never mind. It's a glitch in the system. Yeah, yeah, they both had ties. I think it was the dad. Hold on. Where's my phone? Ow, I've been setting too long. Y'all, this candle smells so good. Oh. Robert Westman's father, Rock. Good morning, Kenya. Hello. Gotta call Samson. You ever seen Half Baked? That was the weed man's name, right? Samson. That was his name. Gotta call Samson. They always was trying to call Samson. Dave Chappelle. God, great movie. If you've never seen Half Baked, it's so good. So his father worked as a top level CIA agent for like 30 years, 29 years. But hold on, there was BlackRock ties. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta stop smoking that. It's making me sick. I got on a nicotine patch. And it was his father. Y'all know that, right? Let me ask you this. How does a man raise his son to turn into a girl? So Robert Westman, that committed the Minnesota shooting at the Catholic school where he gunned down an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old and injured 19 others, the shooting that happened in Minneapolis like a week ago. His mother worked at that Christian school, but she was a Christian, and apparently she didn't want to give Robert gender affirming care, but the father, who worked for the CIA, is the one that pushed Robert to become Robin. How does that happen? How do you take your only son and try to turn that boy into a girl? What is going on with these parents, y'all? And then he worked for the CIA. So, you know, a lot of this is starting within our own government, right? The human trafficking, the sex trafficking of children, the mental health problems, and the LGBTQ plus stuff, the trans stuff. A lot of this, in my opinion, is started in our own government. It's been facilitated and perpetuated by our own government, in my opinion. I'm allowed to think that. I can't find it now. I can't find it now. I saw a video on it or whatever. When I find it, I'll let you guys know. Like, I'll post a clip of it. Yeah, I'm trying to be. I'm about to go eat some food. I'm gonna go eat some food and go to Lowe's like a big girl. I'm gonna go to Lowe's like a big girl. I'm gonna eat some food and go to Lowe's. I need a strip for the door. I need a rug for the floor. Yeah, we'll get it done. We're gonna hang that other basket up, fix those vents up there. I gotta fill that in today. It's crazy to me how people will see a short or a video from years ago and come here trying to lecture me. Honey, you're late to the party. Like 3 years too late. I'm gonna go eat. I hope y'all have a good morning. Take my trash out. And we'll hang out in a little while. We'll see what the new rug looks like in here. I definitely need to get like a 5 by, like a 9 by 7, like Robin said. A 9 by 7. That's what she said. Y'all have a good morning. I'm gonna finish waking up. Sorry. Bye, Samson. Nice to meet you. Gotta call Samson. Bye, y'all.